When it comes to essential prep, the prep that's required so that a coating can bond to the concrete, there's a bare minimum amount of mechanical tooth as well as absorbency that's required to the slab so the epoxy can actually flow in, and then when it cross-links and hardens, actually to bite across. This piece here is a really good example of a substrate that was not prepared properly. All we did was vacuum it before we placed the product. You can actually see the dust and the debris that was attached to the top of the aggregate that pulled off in the same pattern, and in some cases some of the aggregate color actually came with it. This isn't a product failure, this is a substrate failure. Anything that was loose on top of the concrete that should have otherwise been ground off or blasted off was not. And now when the coating hardened and cross-linked and bit in, it did bond, but what it fused itself to is actually a superficial layer of weak material. So the aggregates that you see here would basically be a mirror image of what's here. If a mechanical tooth has not been created on the surface of the concrete, and or any dust remains that will inhibit the absorbency or also serve as a contaminant or a bond breaker, no matter how thick the coating is, no matter the quality of the coating, no matter how hard it gets, if it does not mechanically bite to the surface of the concrete, it will eventually fail. Whether it's wheel traffic, foot traffic, the dynamic load will eventually start to separate the coating from the surface. Thanks very much for your time. If you like what you watch, please drop us a like below. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave those as well. Thank you again.